Alright, I'm just getting the stream going. So hopefully this is running smoothly as it should. And we'll kick things off. I had intended to stream a bit earlier, but between the game's downtime and where I am, the weather is absolutely lovely. So I decided being outside for a bit was probably the better idea. But here now, we're going to jump back in right away. We stopped last night after we arrived at the post office. Sadly, the server went down then and didn't come back up for a bit. Took a bit to restart. But after the update they did today, so the first round of hotfixes, hopefully we'll be seeing a bit of better server stability. And let's see how far we can get along on the quest. And there we go. Everything seems to be loading correctly. My character model actually looks a bit better as well. Yesterday it was looking a little bit lumpy, a little less detailed. That seems to have been addressed. Eyelashes are still a bit off, but can't have it all. But we look better. Lucas looks better. He doesn't look like he's a lump of clay. And let's see if we crash if we talk to Lucas. So let's, got the menu here. Let's chat with Lucas. What's up? Nothing, apparently. Right, let's have a... Oh, looks like the main quest here hasn't really changed. But we do have the go to the post office and fetch tail protectors from Lucas message up. So it looks like the main text here hasn't updated yet. Alright, so let's talk to Lucas again. Main quest. I'm assuming you're here for Wendy's delivery? That's right. She asked me to pick up a package for her. Here you go. Thank you. I'll see you around, Lucas. You bet. See ya, Alex. And bring me old horseshoes if you happen to have some. I'm still stuck with my old hobby. Now that's a hint. As this game does have a collectible system. And apparently that's going to be something you can turn into other people. Probably get some reputation. Now, if we just look in the journal again. Over in the compendium. Hey! Both Wendy and Lucas are listed here. So I'll wait to look at their profiles till we get our saddle. It's all done. But for now... running back to the tack shop. So got some nice Stetsons, I'm guessing. Here's Wendy. So again, can I see your wares? We saw that yesterday. She's going to be selling saddles and riding gear to us as we get our wrap up. But for now, hey Wendy! I'm back with your package. Thank you. I'm still looking around for a saddle. We should have an extra one in storage, I'm sure of it. I just need some more time to find it. Are you able to help me run some more errands while I keep looking? No problem. I'm happy to help. You're a lifesaver. Okay, it's nothing complicated. I just have some packages that I need to be delivered around town. All the places are really close. Just take a look around town square in the next street. Alright, so getting equipped is updated. We want to go deliver a package to the doctor's office, one to the sheriff's office, one to the antique shop, and one to the Lakeside Tavern. So looking up at the map. Conveniently enough, wrong side of the track looks to be quite close to where we live. This is our barn up here. Interesting that we are, of course, the kid from the wrong side of town. Alright, so we know the post office was over here. So we've got one here, one there, and the Lakeside Tavern is likely that one. So let's have a run up there and see what we find. Now, folks may remember from yesterday, I couldn't remember what the toggle was for changing sprint to walk, and that is backspace. Why backspace? We're not quite sure. It's probably a programmer thing, but hopefully as the game develops and continues and they give us the option to modify your key bindings, you can change that. So, place the package in the sheriff's mailbox. The sheriff's not in the station today. I should try to get a hold of her later to discuss Mom's disappearance. If you can't tell, I'm not American, so some words are going to sound a little bit off if I say them. I may end up just saying them how we do over here. Oh, Alderwood Cemetery. That looks like a big space. We'll do a proper investigation of the entire area once we've finished the getting equipped quest, I think. Alright, so we've got the Dr. Agnes Green Health Clinic. So we want to place the package in the doctor's mailbox. Huh. Doc's not here. Probably doing a house call. So we got lots and lots of space. So you could definitely do quite a bit of riding and running through town, I think. So it looks... Do we have a barn over here? Bit of trail down there. Fun bit of graffiti on the building over here. Let's just have a closer look. Looks like a bit of an abandoned barn, really. There's the third destination. Yours Oddities. Bought, sold, bartered. Vintage goods and collectibles. Let's walk on in here. Ooh. Malcolm. So, Malcolm Ure, I guess. My gosh, is that you, Alex? Oop. Looks like if you click too fast, it will move it straight on. So, apologize for that. But evidently, Mr. Ure does know who she is. It's me, Mr. Ure. How are you? Can't complain. I'm still standing, aren't I? So, let's do chat with Malcolm before we move on with the quest. This place used to be a local museum before I turned it into an antique store. Interesting detail. Now let's get on with the main quest. What brings you here, my dear? I'm helping Wendy out, so I've got this package for you. I didn't know you had horses, Mr. Ure. Oh, that's a gift from my granddaughter. My old legs won't allow me to ever get on a horse again. I see. I need to get going now. Already? You just got here. I'll swing by another time, I promise, Mr. Ure. I will hold you to that. Off you go, then. And if you come across some deer antlers, bring them to me. They are great for crafting beautiful things. Gotcha. See you. Alright, the great boxes seem to stick around a little long, but since we're here, let's have a look around. They have fully decorated out this space. Originally, it was just lots of empty tables, empty walls. Understandable. But now we're in early access. They've been able to put things out in the antique store. So we've got some photos. Got magazines. Looks like Arc or Arch is a popular magazine brand. The other one is Journey. go. I wonder what is in the mysterious white Allison container. Camera, goggles, fishing hat. There we go. I'm not going to try and say that, so if you're expecting me to, sorry, I'm going to have to disappoint. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's a lovely painting. These are all quite cute. And I like that one there with the bird as well. Now, I know it's come up for a few different places. The dev team have confirmed there is no AI-generated assets used at all in the game. That includes the artwork. The artist is excellent and does all their own work, but unfortunately they, like many artists, have had their work poached and fed into the generative AI machine. So unfortunately, if something looks a bit sus to you or you think you've seen it before, it's probably because their work was sampled heavily as part of that, which really sucks. But as you can imagine, they've had lots of people going, is that an AI-generated asset? Who made that? No, it wasn't. There might be like some paint-overs or manipulations, but those are not the same thing as AI. And it's, while understandable, because we should be on the alert for that, it's really, really important that you don't rush to automatically accuse someone, especially developers who are really working hard to make a good game. Got an abacus, we've got an elephant. Some sort of electronic deck. Oh, a paint set, that's cool. It's a little dark there, but makes sense given where the lighting is in the room. Oh, I love that. There's a little bell effect as you leave. Alright, so now we want to go to the tavern, which is down here. Alright, we've got some fancy homes near the beachfront. As you do. So right now we've got a lot of buildings around, but not a lot of signs. I'm sure over time during early access they'll be fleshing that out more, maybe making the buildings look a little less flat and generic. Oh, we've got a general store. Not our destination, but it doesn't hurt to take a look. This will likely be a quest area at some point. Anchor salmon. Something chocolate almond. Like, the lighting is a little bit weird in here. I think it's a little too high. Oh, our faces are looking a bit blobby as well. Oh dear. Alright, who are you? Kurt Burlow. Let's have a chat. Welcome to Alderwood General Store. Choose whatever you like, but keep the order, please. You've been repeating the same welcome line for as long as I know you, Mr. Burlow. And no matter how often I repeat it, some people are still managing to create a mess in my shop. But I don't give up on hope. So let's have a chat. We don't have much of a control over our lives, do we? What we can control is only a small space we own. That's why I want it to be perfectly organized. Ah. Well, funny, yeah, you go in there, the light is way, way brighter than out here. So that's probably something I'll need to give some feedback on. In we go. I kind of love the tavern logo. That's really fun. Bathroom. Alderwood Museum. Exhibition open. Free entry. Open daily 11 to 5. Well, I know Route 66, but that's about the only significance I know from those. I'm sure someone from the US can probably enlighten me. Got a jukebox, but you can't interact with it. Hopefully that will change in future, because it'd be kind of fun to be able to change the types of music that you play in here. It's a really nice building. So we've got Danny and Maya. Alright, let's talk to Danny first. Huh, his shirt seems to be clipping there. If it isn't Alderwood's notorious young troublemaker. Haven't seen you in ages, Alex. Glad to have you back. Thanks, Danny, but those days are behind me. It's good to see you. Still running the place with Maya? You know it. Sis is the boss in the kitchen and provides the homely atmosphere of the joint. And you're behind the bar like usual, I see. Of course. If you want a drink and a pleasant conversation, you come to me. That's the secret of being a bartender. We can be your best friend, your therapist, or whatever people need. Alright, chat with Danny first. Anything I can do for you? What do you have in stock? Heard any good gossip? Gotta run. Let's do the first one. What do you have in stock? All the elixirs to warm your body and soul, cure loneliness, and boost your ability to make new friends. Booze. I got it. Best on the island, but I can always make something virgin for you. Old friends and tough-looking cowhands get first drinks on me. I'm proud to tell you that most drinks here are my unique creations, patents pending. Well, except the nightcap. I buy it from Old Williams. Pal knows his way with barley. Heard any good gossip? There's always fun rumors around, but I'm not sharing them till I know you're a trustworthy person. How would you know if I'm trustworthy? For one, I've known you all my life. And two, it's simple bartender's logic. The more you buy, the more trustworthy you are. So, ask me again after I got to know you better. Gotta run. Drop in anytime. Alright, so let's do the main quest. Getting equipped. Maya takes care of deliveries. Can you give it to her? Oh, I see how it is. Here's Maya. Alex? Wow, you're back. I heard about your mom. I'm so sorry. Hey, Maya. Thank you. Do you want to sit down and talk for a bit? I'll cook up something special just for you. I've missed your cooking, but now's not a great time, unfortunately. I understand. You are welcome anytime you want, dear. I would love to hear your thoughts on our new menu. So chat with Maya. If you're having a rough day, a good meal will help cheer you up. Always works for me. Let's do the main quest. What brings you here today? I'm helping Wendy run some errands, and she had a package for you. Thank you, my dear. Come by again soon, okay? And if you bring me fresh poppies, it will help me keep the table decorum fresh every time. Alright. So now we just have hay in the backpack. No new gear. Let's have a look at the compendium. Hey! Might need to correct the name there, maybe. And it's interesting how Heather's moved up here now, because yesterday she was a bit lower down. So Alderwood, downtown versus Fields. So we know Sarah. Sarah is our friend who is helping us out and hooking us up with both the horse and getting us home and helping us learn who to hang out with and reintegrate with in the city. So let's start with Wendy. March's Tack Shop has been a cozy haven for riders for as long as I can remember. Since I first entered it, I knew it was filled with well-loved gear, sturdy boots, and clothes built for life in the saddle. Wendy was like me, a young girl sticking around and helping her mother run errands. Now she owns this place. With an eye for quality and a heart for the horse world, Wendy's shop feels like a perfect place to prepare for any riding adventure. So, we've got some details. Wendy's horse is called Bane. Riding Club, Alderwood Trailblazers. Club Role, Event Coordinator. Birthday, 21st of January. Hobby, spending time with her family, riding Alderwood Trails. And so she's part of the Downtown Merchants group. So next, we want to check out Lucas. Lucas the Postman. Lucas was my classmate, whom I once saved from the bullies who always harassed him. Since then, he has always been up to any mischief I came up with. Sneaking outside the class through the window? Yes. Adding funny sketches to the placards in class? In no time. We never developed a real friendship, but Lucas has always been a cool buddy. Pleasant to be around. His horse is Barry. Riding Club, Shadowy Hoofprints. Oh. Club Role, Secretary. Birthday, June 6th. Hobby, dreaming of becoming famous. And of course he's part of Downtown. Now, I want to just check something. Nope. Wasn't what I thought. Okay. Ah, but he is in the same riding club as Sarah. So I guess we like Lucas. So the next person we met was Malcolm. Since the doc and the sheriff were out. So, Malcolm, the antique store owner. I can't imagine Alderwood without Mr. Yor. He was already old when I was a child, and doesn't seem to change much, except for his wrinkles getting deeper and his white hair getting thinner. I'd say he's got a perfect job for himself, being surrounded by antiques while being one of those. Who knows? Maybe the fact that he was born on the 29th of February gives him an extra lifespan, since his birthday only happens only once in 4 years. As he mentioned, he doesn't have a horse. He's too old to ride anymore. But his birthday is February 19th. Hobby, collecting antiquities and reselling them. And, of course, he's part of the Downtown crew. And next we have Danny and Maya Landor. So we'll start with Danny. Danny. His bad boy aura broke many hearts on Alderwood. It's funny how much he differs from his older sister Maya. If I wanted to count Danny's flings, I'd have to spend several days busy. That's a little bit awkward. Might need to rewrite that, but oh well. Mom didn't want me to hang around Danny, since there were rumors about him selling weed on the island. But from what I've heard, he's done with the old ways for some time already. Still, he radiates the vibe, I'm a trouble you're longing for. Will you come closer and have a try? Alright, his horse is Troublemaker. Go figure. Riding Club, Boots and Saddles. Club Role, Event or Coordinator. Birthday, August 13th. Hobby, Mixology and trying new things. And again, part of Downtown. Maya. The tavern keeper and Danny's older sister, Maya, is the total opposite of her brother. She's all about deep connections, love, and care. Maya remembers the names of everyone who visits the tavern and their favorite dishes and drinks. Mom used to take me here to celebrate some events, but we couldn't afford to eat out often. Maya knew every visit was a stretch for us, so she always packed some extra for Mom to take home. I still remember the taste and smell of her signature mushroom pies. Whenever I need to get into comfortable and safe space in my head, I address those memories. Poor Alex. Alright, her horse is Lady. Oh, she's in Shadowy Hoofprints. Interesting. Birthday, 18th of June. Hobby, home decoration, baking pies. Alright, let's go back to the tack shop. Alright, there seems to be a little bit of a delay with the backspace. It doesn't always trigger right away, which is a little bit odd, but okay. Oh, interact, the race board. Ah, so this is one of the spots that you can trigger races from. So you can see everybody listed here who's already done some races and the speed in which they completed it. So this is going to be everyone who is already doing early access. So if you see your name here, say hi. And so you got bronze, like that's the goal, silver, and gold. So right now, it looks like got a lot of bronzes, and some people are definitely getting faster. But I'd imagine as your horse's stats increase and improve, you're going to find that the speed you go at and the leaderboard is going to change. So it's going to be interesting to see that over both early access and when the game launches. Oh, collect a sunflower. Collectible items. You have found an item. Flowers, fruits, mushrooms, feathers. There are numerous items around the island for you to collect. Some can be fed to your horse, while others might be needed by people on the island for quests or to improve your equipment. Press B to see items in your backpack. Okay. And there's the sunflower. Alright, where are we? We are here. And we want to head back over here, because that's where our horse is, as well as the tack shop. But just to take a look. So we got someone's barn over here. Oh, dandelions. Let's collect those. Alright, so we got definitely someone's stable is actively used. So I wonder if we'll see some horses parked in here in future. As the world fills out. Because at the moment, we've still got buildings like this, which exist, but there ain't anything in here. And the lighting has not been set. Alright, Alderwood Market. So I have a feeling we're going to come back here at some point. It's going to be important. That's likely a place where we'll do a lot of purchases. Good to have some trash out here. Or trash cans, rather. So, page. Let's see. Can we interact? Nope, we cannot. And another merchant. Nope. Another merchant. Nope. So these are likely placeholders. Maybe we'll be able to interact with them later. It's probably too early in the quest for that. And then we got Kathy. We'll come back for that. This is someone else's horse. Oh, they've already got the Western saddle. That looks so nice. And their horse looks like they've gone for the Dark Bay with Roan. I think that's the Roan 3. That was the highest level of Roan. And they've got Pastern. Yeah, that's cool. It's really nice to be able to see other people's horses as you're running around. Of course, we got the petrol station. And over here, Alderwood Equestrian Centre. Opening hours 5 till 8. Horse boarding, events and cafe. They've definitely done a number here. This looks much better than during the playtesting. For one thing, there's an actual cafe here now. And a kitchen. Alright, that's neat. It's lovely to see they've been able to put those extra details in. So. Then in here, I believe, is where some of the horses are. So we got Thunder. An Arabian. So what does it say? Thunder. Breed Arabian. Age 6 years old. Weight 420 kilograms. Height 14.3 hands. Color chestnut. Really? Well, chestnut doesn't seem to be in the game currently, but generally I don't think chestnuts have black manes, but maybe I'm wrong. Favorite treat, sugar cubes. Habit, loves to swim. If you let him roam around freely, you will most likely find him in the nearest lake or river enjoying himself. So they've got a little bit of a very dished nose there. So definitely a different breed from ours, who was the Dutch warm blood. This is Breeze. Well, aren't you lovely? Breed, Frisian. Well, automatically my favourite because I love Frisians. They are one of my absolute favourite breeds. Age 5 years old. Weight 580 kilograms. Height 15 2 hands high. Colour black. Favourite treat apples. Can open and untie things. If not padlocked, she will let herself out of the pasture and walk where her curiosity takes her. Oh, very clever pony then. This is Star. So they're like our horse. Breed, Dutch warm blood. Age, 7 years old. Weight, 570 kilograms. Height, 16 2 hands high. Colour, grey. Placeholder then. Favourite treat, celery. Has an obsession with trash cans since she discovered this is where empty grain bags go. That's cute. Alright, here we go. Thomas Pratt. Let's see who he is. Alex! What a surprise! I haven't seen you since that party at Heather's. Yes. That was something to remember. Even those who didn't think high of you before started respecting you after that night. So you're working here now? You know I've always loved horses. And making some money doing what you love always feels nice. Oh, so it seems something really went down and everybody on the island knows it. But then again, small communities, that will happen. We have nothing to talk about. Wow, Thomas. You don't have to just put it like that. That's another player. Let's run back over here. There's the statue again. And we are back in Wendy's. Alright, main quest, getting equipped. There you are. Good news, I managed to find a saddle for you. Thanks, Wendy. I really appreciate this. No, thank you for helping me out today. Hey, if you want to treat your horse to a treat, I suggest you visit Kathy Miller. She and her husband are new faces on the island. Lovely people. And they struggle a bit, so another customer will be helpful. She's over at the market. I'll swing by and say hello to her. Thanks again. I'll see you around. Oh, and before you go, if you happen to find any seagull feathers around, feel free to bring them to me. I use them for my crafting. Got it. You got a saddle! Is that the apostrophe? Looks like apostrophe. To open your inventory and equip it. Nope. Guess it was I. A very odd eye. So I might feed that back. That's a little oddly shaped. Maybe it's just pushed her too high, or maybe it's a bit too squished. Alright. Press the switch button to switch to your horse equipment. Equipment. Right-click an item to equip them. Make sure the horse has a saddle, a bridle, and a blanket. So at the moment, those are the 3 things you can change about your horse's appearance. Their tail looks a little stiff there, but that's fine. Alright, so that should be equipped now. And if we come outside, well, many horses are stacked on top of each other here, as you can kind of tell. So let's interact to mount up, and then we can move my horse Tig out of the way. There we go. So now we have a saddle, and we can ride around wherever we like. Looking good. Alright, so we're dismounting. It'd be kind of, well, actually, let's do this properly. Let's park our horse way over here. I don't think there's there isn't a command to lead them anywhere, which is kind of a shame. That would be nice to do. But for immersion's sake, I'm gonna just park them over here. I am terrible at parking, but that's okay. And dismount. Alright, let's look in the journal. Alright, so this hasn't changed. The compendium, quests, get equipped. Alright, so the text still hasn't updated here, but it says to talk to Wendy again. So I'm guessing it's because we've put all the equipment in, and that's why it's updated. Alright, nobody new there. Alright, Wendy, do you have anything else for us? You should celebrate the new tack with a good run. Hold W to sprint with your horse. But be careful, your horse will not take tight turns while going full speed and has limited stamina. Your horse stamina bar appears at the bottom of the screen while sprinting. Oh look, and I'm mounted up again. Go figure. Hey! Treats and races. And we've had a journal update. So first, compendium. You decide to treat your horse to a nice treat and say hi to Kathy Miller, a new face on the island. Yeah, it's telling us to ride to the river trail. Okay. Journal. Alright, it said there was an update. Oh, haha! Page 2. I'm thankful Wendy was so understanding about my situation. I can't imagine being in Alderwood and not riding. Mom always said I was a born rider, and that's one of the few things I have to admit she was right about. Alright, that's good. Oh, ran into the post, and the horse stopped. Alright, let's give that sprint a try. That was hold W. Alright, so it does look like sprint takes a little bit to recover. So that's a stamina bar for it. And that's probably something you're able to improve as time goes on. I have a feeling that's going to be... the use of your stamina bar is going to really affect your success when it comes to racing. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, for some reason the quest marker wants us to go all the way out here, so I'm guessing what we'll be doing is racing along one of the paths, which makes sense. And then we'll come back to town. So. Actually, one thing I want to check in gear. So horse needs hunger, thirst, body, hooves. For anyone who missed the first stream, they said that these will change throughout the day. It will also be when you're offline as well. If it hits 0, it's not going to be actually a problem, but it helps to, you know, keep your stats high. So we're gonna do a bit more, and then we'll see how these are affected once I hit a lower number, and how much it increases when I feed them, water them, groom them, and pick their hooves. Alright, so. Actually, let's try something. Since that's our barn up there, let's go to you. Travel. Alright, press hold. Okay. Oh, looks like someone's already decked out with a new shirt. So, mounting up. Let's have a look around the barn. So we've got a little corral here for our horse. And wouldn't you know it, we've got a whole bunch of ruins up here as well. So that's going to be fun to explore later. Let's follow the trail. Now, if you look on the mini-map at the very top there, we can see the marker, and that was originally a little yellow arrow. So I'm wondering if this little area over here is also ours, or if that's going to come into play for something else later. But it's certainly going to be a fun place, even if players do their own events. Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we're sprinting. We're going to follow the path. You've got the markers here as well. So probably not going to say a lot while doing this because I like to concentrate. It's tracking the speed between each part. Let's go up here. Race ended. Alright, so we got quite a few people who are much faster. And my horse is just running off into the distance there. Alright, let's finish that. Alright, back to the start of the river trail. Alright, so we want to go up here. Oh, what was that on the ground there? Let's have a look. Well, it looks like more dandelions. Can we pick them up while mounted? Oh, that's a little irritating. Doesn't look like you can. Oh, it's a violet. Okay. So you gotta be at a certain angle, certain side. Wonder if that's intended or just a side effect of being on a horse. Guess we'll have to keep an eye on that and give feedback. But the transition to the race was very abrupt. Like, I didn't even see that coming as we got closer. So I think that's something to give some feedback about, because you kind of want to maybe get a bit of a notice to interact. Oh! Did we do it wrong? I won't say no to doing it again. I like the races. Oh. Oh, a little bit of lag there, so that looks like I got pushed back. Not quite sure why it's doing that. That's a little bit odd. I'm wondering if it's like trying to restart if you're not hitting certain things at the right time. Right, let's restart that. I do like that it's got very clear buttons to help you do over. Alright, let's go through. And you do have to pass through those white pillars. If you're going outside it, it won't count. You won't be logged. So maybe that's what happened. I got too far, hit the second one, and that then discontinued me. Which would make sense. Alright. Didn't do anything wrong there, so that's like what happened. Alright, finish. Okay, for some reason there was a bush in here that lit up. Can I interact with it? Blackberries? Yes, please. A little bit awkward there, but okay. Alright, let me just check something quickly. The stream might go silent in a minute for whatever reason. This game, when you alt-tab away from it, goes silent. It won't keep playing the sound, so bear with me. I will be right back to it. Okay, sorry for the momentary silence. Let's see what's happening. Doesn't seem to be any server issues at the moment. Alright, Alright, fast track back. There we go. Oh, that's fun! I don't know if you saw it there, but you can, when you mount up from behind. Not always recommended. But hey, if you're sassy enough and confident enough, I would never be able to do that. I'm just not built for it. So it looks like over here, this is the sign that's meant to trigger you to start the race. Alright, River Trail. Sprint a bit. Alright, something keeps interrupting the... Alright, let's see servers. So we're on 237. There's quite a few players here. Let's switch over to a different one, which might be having a little less trouble. So that's one nice thing, is there's no regional servers with this game. but it will automatically try and put you to one that is probably closer, more suitable for your connection. So let's give that a go. Oh. So go for you, travel, player barn. Whoop. There we go. That's never going to cease to amuse me. Let's see, being on the new server, if that'll respond better. Here we go. This is already running much more smoothly now on a different server, so looks like that was a good choice to make. Early access things, am I right? So you can see some things there that were shiny with red. Those are collectibles. So we had a horseshoe there, we had another berry bush. Looked like there might have been something else there, but I couldn't tell you what it was. And here's the end of the race. So we've got people who are down in the 14s and 15s. So let's finish that. This is your phone. This is where you'll find your social profile, friends, and a quick travel option if you get stuck or lost. Press U to open your phone, which we've already been doing. That was a good run. I think someone deserves a nice treat. What do you say, Tig? Let's go pay a visit to this woman Wendy mentioned. I think her name's Kathy? So first, travel. Let's go back to the barn. And our horse is parked over there this time. Now, one thing I think we'll do is just enter the barn. Our horse is already in here. Let's care for our horse. Now, as you may recall, I did point out... Oh. Alright, doesn't seem to... Alright, cancel. There we go. So back to the gear. If we switch... So 73 currently for a body who's thirst and hunger. So let's see if this changes much when we feed and take care of them. So first, let's give them a bit of food. So we can feed them dandelions, we can feed them some blackberries, we can feed them some hay. So let's start with some hay. Alright, their face is clipping into the bucket there a little bit. And because I have a couple of other items, let's give him a blackberry. There we go. Inventory, backpack. Alright, so it does look like just the one blackberry. So you don't get like a handful of them. That's good to know. If you're wanting to feed more treats like that, you need quite a few. So let's give him a groom. Alright, picking the hooves. And water. Hello! Well, thank you! Hello to Idle Audacity. Just wanted to drop in to say great stream today and yesterday. You're doing great work showcasing all the details of this game. Oh, thank you! Like, that's something I really want to do. I have been following this game for a while. I did, as I mentioned before, I did the playtesting. And it's just really nice to see this game. I want to show it off a bit. I'm not a very experienced streamer, as I'm sure you you can tell. But I hope anyone who's having a good time lurking, feel free to leave any comments. If there's anything particularly you want to see as well in the game that I can show off, I will try and do that. We're still quite early on in the quest line, the main quest. But I'll do what I can. Like, one thing I do want to do is just ride around the island. I want to go collect some things. Those are things I am a scavenger. This may annoy some people, so I will give that in advance. I'm not necessarily the best at video games, but I will do my best for anyone who wants to watch. So feel free to hang out. You don't have to say anything. I welcome lurkers. I am a lurker for other streams myself, so I know how it goes. And again, any questions, if I don't know, I'm more than happy to go find out in-game. This is day 2 of early access. It only came out yesterday. Yeah, I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. And what they're lacking, they've already said that there will be things added over time. They're going to be smaller updates, things like for stability, hotfixes and things, but they'll also do bigger patches to add more stuff as time goes on. So, there we go. But yeah, so we'll take a look now. So I've watered, fed, done his hooves, groomed him. Let's see what the stats look like. Did they change it all? Hey, there we go. 300 hunger, thirst, body, hooves. So it looks like a little bit of care puts all the stats right up. So let's exit the bar. And we've got a clock in the top right corner of the screen. Says it's 18:15. So obviously evening time. And we've got a lovely skybox. Look at that. Let's move a bit further out. Can I jump? Terribly. But it doesn't hurt. But we want to get a good look. Like, that's a lovely sky. Well, I think the lights are on at home. Even if we're the only one there. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. Getting off the rock. But I'm sure that's something that'll improve in time. Now let's see. Can we go see this Miss Kathy while it's nighttime? It's a 24-hour horse mart. I'll have to wait and see. Right. And again, the orange glow indicates there's something you can gather. So let's walk over here. Another violet. So I was able to get that on horseback that time without too much trouble. And it's interesting to see the different houses that are around the plot. Welcome to Alderwood. So someone over here has a fire going in the backyard. Getting stuck on the mailbox. Alright, got more flowers over there. One fun thing is this actually used to be completely empty area, except for the fences over here. There was also a tree stump over here, and you could run back and forth and jump over them. I don't know that you can do that now, which would be a shame, but let's grab some dandelions. And what type of flower are you? Delphinium. Okay. Now we've entered downtown. We've got the big old train track, so it looks like we're connected that way. They did mention in the lore that there's an old mine, which was how Heather's family got their money. Oh, that's raven feather. Excellent stuff. So that door needs some steps connecting it to it. I'm sure that'll come in time. Alderwood Funeral Home. with your family in mind. Very nice. Alright, we've got this cemetery over there, and you know, it's nighttime in-game, so why not? The best time to visit a cemetery is dead of night, eh? Alright, we've got lots of different headstones. Oh, we've got an open grave there, so it looks like someone's getting buried soon. It could very well be that unfortunate girl Jenny, who was the soul running after her horse in the very opening cinematic, so poor thing. Alright, we've got another raven feather over here, I think. I'm sure no one's going to mind us riding a horse around here. Don't tell. I really like the details here. I didn't really explore this. I don't think they'd had it as built out as much during the playtest. So it's nice to see the new buildings. So this is an interesting one. I have a feeling we're going to get to interact with this down the line. Missed that one. Now I'm told you press S, that does let you back up. Excellent. Or rather, you have to keep press and hold S to back up. But that also does slow your horse down, so if you were going full pelm, mind that. Oh, looks like we got another feather over here. It's nice to see the different plots and headstones. You could definitely see like some are intended to be a little bit older than others. Always love Stellily. A couple of family plots like the one over there. Alright, we've got a park area over here to the right. Again, we've got lots of little housing bits. We definitely had this little area before, but it wasn't as fleshed out yet. Didn't have as many plants and such. But it's going to be a good starting place to get your dandelions, for sure. I'll be curious to see, like, how often do they respawn? Because I'd imagine that there probably is a timer. I also wonder, like, is it unique to each person, or does everyone have to share? Oh. Oh, back up. There we go. Raspberries. Okay. So we have blackberries and raspberries as treats. And coming through here, lets us go straight to the market that we found earlier. Okay, one thing I do really like about this game is it's wide, it's open for a lot of these spaces, and it feels like a really nice living space. It's got these third spaces that you see a lot less of in real life these days, even for idyllic or idolized little American towns like this one. Alright, good boy is getting a treat, but he is staying outside. So let's park it there. Would be kind of nice just for immersion to have somewhere to, like, to at least appear to park your horse and tie them up. Just leaving them loose out here, probably not the best idea, even though realistically no one else can steal them. That would be very funny. Alright, so there's Kathy. Hey, a stranger. How can I help you today? Hey, I'm Alex. I don't think we've met before. Lovely to meet you, Alex. I'm Kathy Miller. Myself and my husband Lewis just moved here 6 months ago, looking for a fresh start. So, how can I help you today? Alright, so what are we selling? So we'll look at her wares in a moment. Got the quest, but let's do chat with Kathy first. The market is much more than a place for buying and selling goods. You never know who you can run into here. Alright, so that sounds like a hint of things to come. So, main quest. I'm looking for a treat for my horse. Sure thing. We got apples, raspberries, and carrots. Consider this my treat. I'll take... Ooh, apple, raspberries, or carrots. Well, we just picked up some raspberries, so let's not go for that. I am partial to an apple, but we gotta go with a classic carrot. Here you go. Try it and see if your horse likes it. And we will. But first, what are you selling today? Ooh, so looking at everything shows the full list, but let's go bit by bit. So for the horse blankets, we've got a dressage pad, so need to be level 5 in the reputation. It's nice to see that visible, and it's specifically reputation with Alderwood's farmers. And then upper body, Kathy's trendy threads. We've got a show jacket, a tight t-shirt. For some reason, you need to be level 9. Open button shirt, level 7. Canvas jacket, level 4. Plaid shirt, which you can buy right away. And I've seen a few people with that around. Let's grab that, because why not? So shoes, we've got riding boots in black, riding boots in warm leather, ranger boots, high tops, riding boots, cozy casual. And we've got racing gloves in black and white, or brown perhaps. And the pants, can get bootcut jeans. You can get them in indigo, tucked cargo pants, roll-up jeans, bootcut slacks, bootcut jeans in tan. So technically we can get the roll-up jeans soon if we hit level 2 with the reputation. I don't feel like buying that, so let's not. So we've got Alfalfa Hay and Timothy Hay. Now I think one thing that would actually be quite nice is if any of these affect stats, like, is there a way to see what those stats are, or do we have to sort of figure it out by buying them and using them as time goes on? One thing from other games, certainly MMOs that I'm used to, is there's often the option with the mouse over that it'll pop up a message sort of showing any stat effects it has. For food, given that's going to your horse, that's probably going to be something that players are going to have to figure out for themselves. Maybe get into a wiki, a fan wiki as it were. Don't use fandom, please, 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 please. Let's not use that. Just to like keep track of what it is. And again, same with stats for clothes. If there are increased stats for like that you can get as you level up, get more reputation. In addition to looking very fly, it'd be just nice to be able to see that in some capacity. And also, it'd be nice to, like, you see things listed, doesn't necessarily mean that you know what they look like on your character. So, like, having an option to, like, just check out what they look like would be nice. Although, I mean, ultimately, fun dress up, I'm here for all the options, you know? Alright, so let's close that. Take care. And since we bought the shirt, let's have a look. Yeah, you can see here, type of shirt, no particular rating, so it's very common. Fitness bonus, 17. Jumping, 9. And that's very clearly going to lower my stats there. So 17 fitness, Again, but that's the shirt I'm already wearing, and it's saying a 9, so no particular increase to stats or changes, but let's give this a go instead. Oh dear. Alright, that's something to feedback. I'm not going to be able to wear this, because I specifically chose a plus-sized character, because I am, in real life, a little on the larger side, and because you just don't see that kind of figure in a lot of games. They really encourage, like, go for the stick thin, or certainly very Hollywood classic, perfect image. And being able to be sort of a larger and more normal, regular person size, or larger size, is really nice. But it looks like they still need to make some changes so that they adjust properly, like clothing adjusts properly to fit that kind of frame. Because you can see here already, like, the shirt does not go over the jeans. It's not taking into account the size of my character. It's going with the default dimensions of the default model. That's something they're going to have to fix, and that's something I'm definitely going to send some feedback on, because why have this option if you're not actually going to, like, go with it? Now, early access, I'm sure it's one of those many things that they are going to address over time. It'll probably be something... this is, after all, only the second day. Even with past playtesting, there's a lot to do. There's many things that are going to change. This is going to get updated in time. It'll be something I'm going to check regularly, because that's something I'm passionate about. But for now, we're going to stick with the long shirt. Alright, let's feed our horse the treat. So let's interact. Select feed. Alright, it's a wild carrot, so let's select that. And we can't see his reaction because he was facing the wall and the camera decided to hide it. Boo! That's just unfortunate, I think. It's the way it goes, but sometimes. Alright, let's see. Alright, because we were doing a bit of riding around. His hunger is back to 300 after we fed him that, but you can already see from just interacting with him riding around that there's already slowly beginning to drop a bit. That's really cool. So I wonder if you do more races and such, a lot more activity while mounted, is that going to drop a lot faster? That's going to be fascinating to find out. Okay. Oh, return to Kathy. We can do that. But let's pick some flowers first. Oh, went too fast, so it didn't like that. No, we don't want to gallop. There we go. Stay there, boy. Alright, something I've mentioned before is because I've chosen the bay colouring is like the white marking on his face tends to look a little bit more orangey, whereas on the dark bay it was very clearly white. Same with the champagne colour. Like the markings come up much more white. But it looks really natural in this sort of the darker light. There's a bit of weird lighting going on here, where if you turn the camera so that you're inside, it reflects the fact that it's dark outside a bit better. But I'm sure that's something that's going to get adjusted over time. Talk to Kathy. Please come back anytime you want. I hate to be a bother, but could I possibly ask you for a small favour? These products need to be delivered to the Equestrian Centre across the road. They're hosting a big event and requested these supplies. No problem. I'm happy to help out. Fantastic. Thank you. Just head to the cafe and find Carmen there. She's expecting the delivery. Alright, so I'm guessing this box to pick Crater Goods. Alright, so the quest is now called The Heart of Alderwood. Let's see, did I get any new journal updates? Oh! For a moment there, I forgot all about the crap I'm going through. Just spending time and bonding with my new horse was exactly what I needed. I wish I could spend all my time on horseback, riding around, taking in the scenery, and just enjoying life. Things would be so simple. Alright, let's pick up the crate. That's right, I was going to go to the compendium. Let's see. Here we are. Heart of Alderwood. And again, this is fine, but it looks like they need to just fix this, since that's zeroing off up to the top. That's sitting a bit too low. These are not the same thickness. That's not black background. So it just looks like there are a couple of things they need to just tweak with the UI. Understandable. Happens often. You change one little thing, throws everything else off. Alright. When an opportunity to visit the new Equestrian Centre presents itself, you jump at it. You still remember when the location was nothing more than a simple riding arena, and you're curious to see what the centre has to offer. It'd be kind of nice to have that information given as a bit of dialogue. But you know, that's a good sign that, pay attention, check out the log. You get a lot more lore that way, especially about your character and what they're going through. Of course, if you don't actually care, you don't need to worry about it. But as someone who really enjoys that kind of thing, I really like story, I like character building, I like learning about the characters I'm playing. And for an MMO or MMO light, that's kind of important detail for here as well. Alright, so let's park your boy over here, I think. Ooh. Now, we know from exploring before that the cafe was over here. Okay, so Valeria and Carmen. So let's go talk to this person first. Okay, I like that. You've got the reflection of the room. Although, maybe it's a little strong. You'd kind of expect to be able to see out the windows to the rest of town. And I'm sure that's something that can be changed over time. Alright, so Valeria. Or Valeria, however you want to say it. Alex! It's been a while. I haven't seen you since prom? Probably longer since I missed the prom. Oh, yes. Well, to be honest, you've missed lots of other things that have happened recently. For example, we formed a whole brand new horse riding culture here. Give a gift? Ooh, so that's a sign that the things you're going around and collecting are probably going to be something you'll be able to give to her at the later stage. We'll check that in a minute, but let's chat with her first. The more you train, the better results you show, the higher the rank you have. Interesting. Little out of context. We got a spelling mistake. Probably related to the Equestrian Centre, and probably to some competitions that might be held there. So give a gift. Valeria likes to calm her nerves by making wreaths from dandelions. I don't have enough dandelions at the moment. So that's good to know. More dandelions we collect, we can come back and give them to her later. Alright, let's have a look. Cashier, please play here. So we've got 2 cash points. I'm guessing that's probably, what is it? Bottled water? Nutter wafer. And then some chocolate bars. Oh, menu. Let's see. Espresso, cappuccino, cafe latte, latte macchiato, long black, hot chocolate, white chocolate, hot tea. Desserts, ice cream, apple pie, triple chocolate cheesecake. Oh no, triple chocolate. Okay. Cheesecake, tiramisu, sorbet, chocolate fondue, bananas, Foster pie. I've never had that. I don't know what that is. But okay. I assume it's nice. Cold drinks, cafe frap, smoothie, choc mint, iced cappuccino, a mocha, iced coffee, iced mocha, frozen latte. Cool. Hey there, have we met before? I don't think so. I'm Alex, and I know you're Carmen. So let's chat with her first. I'm just a simple girl. I don't know anything special. Sure, Jan. It's a main quest. Kathy told me that you're expecting some supplies for the event. Oh, you're just in time. This place will be flooded with people soon. So, what kind of events do you host here? All kinds. Anything from graduation parties to big social gatherings. But this time it's a riding contest. Children from the equestrian school will show off their skills here. I never knew the old riding ring would be rebuilt like this. Yes, this equestrian center was a lifelong dream of my father. He always said Alderwood should have a proper place for riding, training, and buying and selling horses. Can one buy horses here? That doesn't sound very Alex, but I get what they're going for there. Yep. Dad spent all his life around horses and pretty much knows everything about them. Now anyone in the community can buy their own horse. As long as they can afford it, that is. Why don't you go take a look at what breeds we have for sale? Go look at what horses the Equestrian Center has for sale. Alright, no updates to the thing there, but that's okay. Actually, before we go any further, let's go back. People. So Aldwood Farms, we're still 10 out of that, even though we only met Heather. But downtown, we're level 2. We're a bit of a frequent visitor now. We're 30 out of 100. So I'm wondering what, like, how much rep counts per level? Is it like you hit 100 to be like maxed out? Is it like every sort of 10, 20, 30? Or do you need to hit 100 to be end of level 2 and move on to level 3? That's a bit unclear, but that's something I'm sure we'll discover as we go on. Alright, so what do we got? Do we have any new people yet? Nope. Oh, wait, Kathy. Kathy is a new face in Alderwood, which is always exciting. It's too early to draw any conclusions about her, but Kathy seems nice, so I suppose I'll follow Wendy's advice and keep supporting her by buying things now and then. Horse, McFred. Riding club, none. Birthday, January 14th. Hobby, wreaths? Probably weaving wreaths. Alright, let's have a look. So here we are at the Equestrian Center, so we know we've got that barn there. So I'm guessing this barn over here is probably also attached to the Equestrian Center. Alright, let's collect the sunflower. Oh look! It's our favorite person in the entire world. And you can't interact with her. Oh, bit dark in here. Looks like the lights aren't doing anything. But no horses right now. So it's possible, because we know that she works with our friend's dad, who's gave us the horse to begin with. Probably does a lot of vet work. It's a rehab. So it's possible this is like the vet sort of stalls. You've entered downtown again. Alright, so we've got a bit of darkness in here. Some more stalls, but not in use by the looks of it. Oh, look at this. A lovely big riding arena. And you've got up there and over there some observation booths, so no doubt any competitions. This would be where the judges sit, some panelists. It also be like, for this one, this is probably where you come in, you sign up, you sign in, you receive your number, that sort of thing. You pay whatever the fee is for taking part. Let's have a look. Oh, listen to that. Good bit of Sandy running there. Oh, I do like that. I'll bring my horse in here in a minute, but that's when we've done a bit more exploring. Yeah, look, you've got comfy couches, so I bet this is probably where parents sit when kids are having their riding lessons. Because who doesn't like to watch their kid learn to ride, or have just a place to crash out if you're not someone who drops them off and then drives off and goes doing something else. And again, also a place for the judges to be sitting, because they might as well be comfortable while they're judging. But they might prefer being on a lower level, we'll see. And then you got the audience stands as well. So maybe it's just a VIP box, but I like to think that's, whether it's just a regular lessons, that's where the parents go. And we're back to this barn. Our friend has disappeared. And look, so this is probably, if we hadn't explored it earlier, the quest would bring us over here. So a fun thing to note is, right now you only have your default horse, but we've been told by the devs that yes, you will be able to buy other horses for in-game currency. No doubt probably different breeds as well. So they're teasing the Arabian and the Frisian as two breeds that are definitely coming in future. They've said they're not the only ones, but they haven't said what the other ones will be. So that's going to be really interesting to see down the line. So Thunder. Now I've read these before, so I'm not going to read them out again, but I'm going to leave them on the screen long enough for someone else to check them out. But I do appreciate that a horse called Thunder loves swimming. I really do love... I love that little animation of just having the head over the stall door. That's really nice. And as a reminder, your horse is a Dutch warm blood. That's what you're starting with. Return to Carmen. Okay. What did you think of our horses for sale? They're beautiful. You should speak to my father when he's back. He's in charge of selling and trading the horses. I just run the cafe. Oh, I forgot to thank you for helping out. Please, take this. And feel free to drop by anytime. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do here. Oh, before I go, do you guys use Samuel Smith whenever you need horseshoes replaced here at the center? Always. He's the best farrier on the island. If you're in need of changing horseshoes, I strongly suggest you pay him a visit. Excellent. I'll see you around, Carmen. So the farrier has a hut. Hey, my character is leveled up. Alright. Do you have anyone here? Oh, they're not on here yet, by the looks of it. Never mind. Alright, so hit the ground. Find the farrier's hut. Your steed needs new horseshoes, and the person to help with that is your old family friend, Samuel Smith. You haven't seen the grumpy old man in a long time, and look forward to seeing him again. Maybe he can shed some light on your mother's disappearance. The two of them were close back in the day. And we got 40 silver souls for that one. Alright, so let's just take a look at our inventory. Backpack. Oh, still got 2 carrots. Got the raspberries. We found 8 feathers. 3 delphinium. Timothy hay. So I might buy some alfalfa hay at some point. Oop, there we go. Some map. It looks like the farrier is all the way out here. So, yay! Riding and exploring. We'll go do that in a moment. I do want to go back and check out Wendy and see if she has anything. Alright, so there's nothing new. Journal hasn't updated yet. Again, I do like the windows. Might just need a bit of tweaking with the visuals there. But that's really cool. I really like that there is a reflection of what's inside the room. Pony, pony. There you are. Alright. Alright, let's go in here with a horse, just to see what it's like. Oh, it's all super dark in here. There we go. That's better. Now, I don't know if they'll do this or if that's something that players will add for themselves. But it'd be fun if you could actually do like dressage competitions in here. I'm a bit of an old duck, or at least an older duck. And when I was a small bean, I used to do a lot of riding. Sadly, not so much anymore. Time, place, too much money. It's just too expensive, unfortunately, for me. But I really loved dressage. I really enjoyed watching that on the Olympics. I wasn't necessarily the best at it, but I really liked working at it and learning to put your horse through their paces. And so having like the option to like do a dressage test in here would be really fun. Like see how well the horse does or doesn't respond. Either have the game rate you, or if it's even just a player-made event, like you've got this space here. There's nothing blocking players from showing up, like having like a riding club event in here. Maybe make up a test or use like an official test. Have people judge how well you ride your horse in game. That could be really fun. Alright, enough horse nerding from me. Let's move on. We need to go get some shoes. But hey, since we're here... Alright, so race with groups. Have fun. Race competition. Sign up now. Why not? Let's do that. So we've got a person called Cookie Fox, followed by Valley Valitaire, and then Abigail Jenkins in the top 3. Do I think I can manage this? No. But I really enjoy the racing. Like, it's really fun. So I'm gonna give it a go. And technically you're given a default horse for it, but you follow the course along. And one nice thing is, one of the weeklies is to do these races. So it gives you a reason to take part. Even if you don't necessarily place in the timer, it's just nice to have the practice. And I have a feeling it's something that people are going to get quite competitive about, which is going to be really fun. Alright, so across the river here. So I think a big thing for the racing is figuring out the sprint and using it at just the right time to get a good boost. Especially with how long it can take to start building back up. So straight stretches like this might be a good time to use it. And the ruins again. I have no doubt that there are also going to be times and places where you can probably make a shortcut between some of these posts. But that's going to come with time. And I have no doubt there'll be people making some YouTube guides that'll cover that as well. Alright, so we already see. Like there, you can shave off a bit of time. As long as you pass between these, your time will be logged. One nice thing about these races as well is they take you on trails you probably wouldn't think about otherwise. And it means you get to see a little bit of the sights, albeit at speed. And usually by the end of one trail, there's another race board to get you started on the next. I was worried for a second there. Was I going the right way? And there's the end. Yep, I am nowhere near. Leaderboard position 170. I have a feeling that as I improve my horse and continue on, I'll probably do better then. And as I said, another race board right here. So this has taken us all the way up, from all the way down here, through the heartland, up to the mountain area. Like, several of these places are going to be important down the line. But it's a good reason to explore. It's a good reason to do the races. It'll get you out and about, visiting places you otherwise wouldn't think about seeing. One moment. Just dealing with something quick. Alright, looks like they also deployed a hotfix a little while ago to adjust a few things. So that's good. Ooh, Cookie Fox is first there, so let's start the race. Let's see where this one takes us. Alright, this trail is a bit twisty. Am I going the right way? Nope! Let's restart. And that's really nice that you can just restart and it immediately puts you back. Oh? Ah, there we go. So it wanted you to follow it around directly. Alright, looks like this might be another thing that we had before with the servers. So we're currently on 242. Yeah, it looks like the more players at the moment, the more players who are logging in, the more struggles there seem to be, although we're only hitting 40, so it's like, let's refresh. Let's go for that one, just to have the lowest. It's nice to have a lot of people when you're playing on the server, but it looks like there is a bug that's causing this to happen. Just too much interaction. Oh, alright, so it's brought us all the way back to town. Not necessarily a bad thing, since we gotta wander about for the quest anyway. But let's see. This one might be a good quest to do. This might take us out over this bridge. River loop. Okay. Sure, why not? Let's give it a go. So let's do a straight sprint across the bridge. Yeah, you can already see, like, switching servers was a good idea. Between here. I can see that catching someone unawares, if you're sprinting. Okay, so we've got a silver rating for ourselves. Still not super high on the leaderboard, but that's okay. So let's finish that and then take a look at where we are. So we're quite closely back to town, which is good. And it's actually set us up quite nicely to continue around up there. It doesn't look like there's another race board immediately in the vicinity, but that's okay. Again, you got obviously fields that had wheat growing and now they're baled up. That's really cool. Oh, we've got a couple of people over here, so let's go say hello. Plot relevant? No. I just like checking people out. Alright, let's dismount, since the game would make you dismount anyway. Alright, Lucy Chen. Hey, I assume you're Alex? Have we met before? No, but I always make inquiries regarding people on the island. Especially people with property like your barn. You can call it my small hobby. Should I be worried? Not at all. Just keep in mind that if you want to sell it one day, you have a customer waiting. It's so annoying that no one in my family gets my ambitions towards pastry. I kind of get the feeling that someone is not a very good cook. Alright, so we got Kai Chen. Who are you? A trespasser? I'm not a trespasser. I was just running around. Are you a new farmer here? Oh. No. Good. If you're considering sneaking into the barley business, don't even think about it. I'm covering all the barley needs on this island. Got me? Sure, whatever you say. Okay. It's good when you young ones listen to us with more experience. Now go on about your business so I can return to mine. chat with Kai. Do I really want to? Let's go. The best prices for barley only at Kai Chen's farm. What a nice person. 2 right tag, let's go. Is there anyone over here? Oh, I think so. So let's make a stop at this barn as well. Oh, sorry, dandelion. There you go, let me pick it up. Alright, can be a little finicky, I noticed. Okay. I'm sure that's something they can improve in time, but... Lewis! Oh, that's Kathy's husband. I think. Hi there, stranger. What brings you out here? Hi, I'm Alex. I just moved back to Alderwood, so I'm getting myself familiarized with the island again. A pleasure to meet you, Alex. I'm Lewis Miller. Myself, my wife Kathy, and our daughter Emily just moved here ourselves. Now we have this farm and are doing our best to settle into life on the island. Alright, let's have a chat. New on the island, new in farming. Exciting experience. Sure, I'll take your word for it. I think there was someone back here. Ah, here we go. Emily. I love your horse. My name's Emily. We just moved here. Thank you, Emily. My name's Alex. This is Ty. Welcome to Alderwood. I'm trying to make some new friends, so I founded the Flower Club. Do you want to be my friend and join the club? Pretty please? Sure. I would love to join your Flower Club, Emily. So I get the impression she's probably going to have maybe a younger model in time. She definitely sounds much younger than Alex and co. Dad used to go unwind after work with his friends back home. I don't know what it means, but Mom says that's why we had to move here. Oh. Oh dear. That's a little unfortunate. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, so we want to head up over here, so... We can ride through the fields and then cross through the forest. Like, you don't strictly have to stay on the path in a lot of places. It'll be what a lot of people are used to doing, but you can, in fact, deviate the route. Chickens. I love it. Mrs. Wilson. Who is that? Oh my gosh, Alex. Is that you? I thought you moved away. Hi, Mrs. Wilson. It's good to see you again. I did move away, but now I'm back. Glad to have you back, my dear. Did you hear about Jenny? Awful. Just awful. Please be careful when riding through the woods, okay? There might be more wolves out there. So let's have a chat with her. When I was younger and had more strength, now all I can do is just take care of those several hens. It feels like there's a sentence missing there. I don't know. But she has so many chickens. I love that. Enjoy life with your chickens, Mrs. Wilson. Alright, so again, looking at the mini-map, it's very tiny, but there is a little yellow triangle that's pointing in the way of the quest marker. So we're going to go in that direction, and we're going to cut across here. There's another racetrack. And hey, look, it's the farrier barn. Alright, you can see another player here. The orange word, energy force in that case, there indicates that they are a member of a riding club, which is like a guild. So I don't have one. Maybe I'll make one. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Oh, look. A clever boy. Hello, Samuel. Dang! Look at those tattoos! That's cool. Alex? Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? Welcome back. Thanks. How are you? Oh, you know. Up and down, that's life for you. But I'll manage. Let's have a chat. How can I help you? Alright, maybe not. Let's go for the main quest. How can I help you, kiddo? I need to replace these old horseshoes. Any chance you can help me out? Sure, I'll take care of it. Thank you. How much will I owe you? Owe me? Don't be silly. Your money's not welcome here. If you want to do something while you wait, I wouldn't mind some help feeding that damn crow. Go get some grain, fill up Cranky's bowl, and tell me when you're done. Cranky the Crow. I like that name. I figure they're probably going to fix some of his animations, though. The flying in place seems a bit of an odd choice. Alright, quests. Alright. No updates there. Oh, Emily and Lewis. They're covered by Alderwood Farms. Okay. Alderwood Wilds. So that's Sam. And it looks like doing a bit of racing increased my reputation. So as this hasn't changed yet, I'm going to check it again as we get a bit higher and see if that increases the level. But it does look like every level of rep requires 100 of it. At least so far. We'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. Alright, so... Oh, we now have her. Let's say Emily. Emily is only 10 and she's new in Alderwood. She must feel lonely without having enough friends here and activities to do. I should check on her from time to time to keep her company. That's very sweet. I don't know much about Lewis yet, but it's obvious that the Miller family is struggling and doing their best to stay afloat. I should show them hospitality and help them around with what I can. Hobby, October 27th. So I have a feeling that's meant to be birthday. Maybe the hobby got eaten. Or it's not in yet, which is also possible. Samuel. It's got a good bit of... Oh, Thunder! We've met Thunder! Alright, Samuel. Despite some locals finding Samuel a little intimidating, to me, he's one of the most comfortable people to be around. Mainly because of his non-bullshit behavior. Mom used to drag me along to change Blaze's horseshoes at Samuel's. That's when I noticed how much care is hidden under his harsh facade and seemingly unfriendly behavior. Well, he has a reason for it. After his wife left him and their teenage son Jet... After his wife left him and their teenage son Jet and moved to the mainland, Samuel had to deal with single-parent responsibilities and gossip about the reasons behind this split-up. From what I remember, Samuel arrived on the island with his family around 10 years ago, and his appearance brought up many rumors about his past. Samuel himself never commented on any of those rumors. So, missing a full stop probably just needs another go-through, but it's interesting to hear a bit about Samuel there. So, Thunder. The naysayers. If you didn't love this game already, like, the discreet puns are wonderful. So, the naysayers. He's a club role farrier, of course. Birthday, November 14th. Hobby, likes to sing opera. He's one of the Alderwood Wilds, the hermits, loners, and survivalists. People whom, for various reasons, decide to live away from the city. Like, you wouldn't immediately think opera looking at the guy, but on the other hand, those tattoos are cool. Hello, birdie. Now let's find some grain. Oh. Alright, so it's over here. Okay. Sack with stuff. Old horseshoe. Let's collect that. Because that's going to be useful. Sack with stuff. Sack with stuff. Yep, let's examine. Here's the grain. Let's find a bowl now. That was quick. And he's got his bowl already. So fill the crow's bowl. There you go, Cranky. Samuel says, the shoe on the left flank was a bit bent. Normally I'd just repair the shoe, but for you, I'll replace them all. In the meantime, you can give me a hand and gather up my tools. I was in the middle of reworking my space when you showed up, so you can help me finish up while I'm taking care of your horse. Fair? More than fair, Mr. Smith. Stop that, Mr. Nonsense. Makes me feel old. Now get to work, kiddo. Collect the tools and place on the tool rack. Oh? And place them on the tool rack. And when it's done, find some logs and place them in the stash outside the house. Okay, I'll do that. Let me know when you're done. Conveniently, they're all highlighted here. Oh. Oh, that's because I pressed E, so immediately did that. Alright, let's walk around. So collect. Chisel. Chisel, hardy, drift. A fuller. A hammer. The punch. Is there anything else in here? It's nice to see, like, they've really thought about all the details, especially for, like, the farrier forge and the tools that they'd have in here. Let's see, where are the other tools? Ah, a couple over here on the table. Swatches? Swaggers? One or the other. And the tongs. Place the tools on the tool rack. And there we go. Nice and quick. And now we want some logs. So... One, two, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Dryad saddle mushroom. Okay, let's collect that. And since there's another one over here. So good to know that those types of mushrooms can be found near the farrier. I could probably put a few more bushes and things around the forge here, but I'm sure that's something they're doing in time. Equinox Forge. Are you done? Oh, wait, nope. Not quite done. Where do they want this to go? Here we go. Log pile. That seemed more to pick up a log than to put it on the pile, but you know. There we go. You done? I am. You too, it seems. That was quicker than I expected. That's because I know what I'm doing. I know you do. Hey, Mr. Smith... Samuel, I want to ask you about my mom. I wish I could help you out, kiddo, but what I know I already told the sheriff. Kendra came by here 3 weeks ago to change Blaze's horseshoes. I didn't notice anything strange, and that's the last time I saw her. I'm sorry. I suggest you let the cops do their job. You should take your horse for a ride to test out the new shoes. I see. Sure, I'll be careful. Hey! Oh, and we gotta jump. Alright, that's interesting. So this is where they're adding the jumping in. It looks like you want to try and hit that ring. I could be wrong there, but to get a really perfect jump. There we go. I got bronze speed. That's okay. And you can see as people have gotten better horses and learned how to do the jumping and improve the horses, like, they've gotten faster and faster and faster. So that's really cool. Alright, let's go back to Sam. Interesting. Like, depending on the angle you were turning your camera at, you could pick it up or you couldn't. Not bad. Looks like the two of you are really bonding. That connection will only grow stronger the more you ride. Come back here and practice whenever you want. Thank you. So, who should I talk to if I want to find out more about Mom's disappearance? Someone must know something. You're not gonna let this go, are you? Just as stubborn as Kendra. Go talk to the new park ranger. His name's Kyle. He worked with your mom. You'll find him at the ranger's hut. I need to find out what happened. I'll go talk to this Kyle. Thank you for everything, Samuel. Don't go get yourself into trouble. You hear me? Hey, before you go, can I ask you for a small favor? Of course you can. I'm happy to help. Great. I just finished these metal horse sculptures for Mike Gibson. Can you swing by his place and deliver them? So you can... This is a side quest. So you can technically opt out and you can come back later. Or you can accept it now, which I'm going to do. Although... Carrying horse sculptures on horseback? Gotta love that infinite bag space, yeah? Sure thing. I appreciate it. Mike's place is the horse farm next to the lighthouse. Bring the sculptures to him and give him my regards. Well, maybe these are tiny sculptures. It's a quest to swing by the horse farm, so... Back to nature. So it looks like... Starting at 0 is 1, and the minute you get a bit of rep, you're automatically level 2. So, alright. So, the main quest is Forest Caretaker, telling you to go to the Ranger's Hut, which I'll read out now. Samuel suggests it might be worth visiting the new park ranger, Kyle Everhart, and asking about your mom's disappearance. I've read that a bit awkwardly. Although it's worded a bit awkwardly. Oh well. After all, Kyle and she worked closely together right up until she went missing. And then the side quest, hey! Which we're going to prioritize first. Swing by the horse farm. Deliver horse figurine to Mike Gibson's at the horse farm. To Mike Gibson's... Might just be Mark Gibson, I guess. Samuel Smith has just finished forging a custom steel horse sculpture from Mike Gibson and asks you to deliver it. Since the farrier so kindly helped you, you decide to return the favor. We could do that. Oh, that reappeared quickly. So that does look like different things will respawn fast. A little too fast, I think. Goodness. Nope, we're not galloping. Although the mushrooms don't seem to have shown up again yet, so... Oh well. Alright, looking on the map. Alright, so main quest, as it says on the legend over here, are yellow, side quests are blue. Waypoints? I'm not sure if those are... Oh, it looks like you can set waypoints. So, there we go. So you can zoom in, zoom out. And you can move the map by holding the right mouse button. Now, one thing to note is it doesn't really... It's going to have controller support, Although because the controller support won't have like an in-game keyboard built in, I don't think. But they've said they're definitely planning to allow it so you can move around with a controller if you prefer playing that way. And they've said that the game will also be compatible with Steam Deck. So those are good things to keep in mind if that's of interest to you. And I'm actually going to just take a short break. I will park my character here. I will try not to let it mute too long. If it does, I apologize. And I will be back in just a couple of minutes. So thank you for anyone who's watching. Your time's appreciated. I hope I've been able to show off a good bit of the game so far. And again, if you have any questions or if there are things you want to see more of, if you want me to go do a bit more exploring, or if you'd prefer I just stick to the main quest, don't do any side quests, save those for later, I can do that as well. My main function for this is just to show off the game as it is. This is day 2 of early access, and I'm going to try and probably stream this fairly regularly, but for now, I will be right back. Thank you for waiting there. Just had to top up my water, stretch my legs a minute. Alright, so we are currently playing Equinox Homecoming, and we are about to do our first side quest. And that'll be up here. So we're down here at the farriers. And let's take the scenic route. Again, for anyone who just wants to see the horse movement, like the riding is really nice, like the rider, the posing is really nice. Oh, and that's a downside. If you hit the rocks, like, you don't climb over them, usually. The horse will just come to a stop. Some of that I think is just a bit of terrain collision. I'm sure that's something that they'll tweak as time goes on. And we got lots of glowy bushes that came to our attention there. And that's indicating where you can find some items that you can gather. So it looks like we've got some delphiniums along this trail. Hook's End. A little bit of an ominous name, but that might mean it's the fishing area. I don't believe that fishing is something you can do in this game, which is automatically a downgrade in my book. I always love me a fishing minigame, but this is the game about horses and riding, so it makes complete sense if that isn't going to be in the game. Alright, so... and we got more mushrooms over there. So let's see if there are more of those Dryad saddle. I think it was. Oh, fishing town, as we thought. And the music changed too. Now, can we ride down here? Oh, nope, doesn't like that. She does not like that at all. Let's back up. That's a shame. I feel like your horse should be able to hop down there. But now you've got to go down the path like a normal person. Oh, that's a nice horse. It must be great to be out riding. It is. Want to come along? I wish. My parents still won't let me out of my sight. They're still freaked out about Jenny's death, even though the wolf was found and killed. Chat with Misty. If there's something worth living for, it's love. I have a feeling someone has a boyfriend, or maybe a girlfriend. I'm not going to judge. Oh, looks like we can go into the house there. Let's check that. Or at least, in the very least, check it out. Open door. A very nice empty house. Nina Corbin. Alex! Can't believe my eyes. It's you. Mrs. Corbin, how'd you do? How's Eric? I'm as good as it gets. Can't complain. We all are alive and healthy. What more to wish? Eric is so excited that you're back. And so upset he couldn't meet you. He's in a fishing raid with his father now. Yes, I've heard about it. Can't wait to meet him. A fishing raid? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe fishing will be added as a late game thing. This year wasn't an easy one for fishing, but we do our best to make it the ends meet. Oh, got another typo. We've got something going on with the lighting here as well. You can kind of tell this is a very new bit. This is likely in the process of being updated over time. So the fishing village is probably going to get a lot more content as time goes on and they patch more things in, which I appreciate. Because it's just nice you've got all these little areas. Right, so let's just head on down. It looks like we got a shop here as well. Daily septicals? I wonder what kind of septicals they have. Yeah, we definitely got fishing village vibes here. So that's cool. Let's say hello to Robert. Less and less fish on this island. If it keeps going this way, we'll all be jobless soon. Is it that bad? Worse than that asshole of the mayor... What? Oh, worse than that asshole of the mayor wants to admit. Of a mayor, I think would be better. Chat with Robert. I've been fishing since I was 15. Can't imagine another life for myself. Do you sell fish? Is that what we're getting? Oh, Ooh, lots of different things. So again, looks like it's just Samuel Smith's smithery. I don't think that's what this is, but go on. Alright, so shirt-wise, let's see what we got on offer. Well, I got an orange long t-shirt, so it's that, but in orange. Long t-shirt in navy. A varsity jacket, but you need to be level 10 with the fishing village. Long t-shirt, cow skull. South Shore t-shirt. Island Life t-shirt. Yellow t-shirt. Slouchy sweater, so doesn't look like they've actually got the modeling game to go there yet. That's fine. Long t-shirt, grey, white, blue, ride. Oh, it says ride on there. Duh. Black, red, green, tan. So different levels will give you different shirt colours. Same again with the boots. You've got work boots, blue and green hiker boots. Then work jeans, cargo breeches, regular breeches, and jean shorts. Alright, good to know. Oh, seagull feather? Hey! So I'm just going to leave the horse over there. Let's have a look over here. It's actually got like a little back area. So that's going to be another house you can enter. Oh. Looks like the box there doesn't like that. Oh, and depending on where the camera is angled, it gets much darker or much lighter. So, where are we in that? So a lot of open space there. Not much to see in the distance, apparently. So I guess we're a coastal little island city. Although it looks like we connect to mainland there and mainland there, so... Interesting. Interesting. Open the door. Ben Willis. Alright, got a small little house here. Chat with Ben. Nope, he's not ready. Can't do that. Anything else over here? Oh, seagull feather. So I'm guessing, if anything, you probably need like a minimum of 10, maybe 12 to collect to give over and get a bit of reputation built up with people. So let's take a look along here. Ah, we got fishing boat. Probably been repaired. But it's really cool that you can actually come in here and take a closer look. It feels a little bit like actual, like, village set up down here. Or, well, I presume. You got all the trawlers here. Nice bit of weathering on each of the boats as well. So you can tell that these are sea regular use. You got a bit more of a sailboat there. The rest of these have all got engines. Seagull feather. So looking there, like, guessing probably more of a repair boat, or I mean, it's got fishing line there, but it's probably not meant to do a lot of heavy duty fishing. Oh, feather. Oh, another person outdoors. Harry Bell. Just several more months to collect more money and I will leave this island for good. Planning your escape? With everything happening around here recently, I would advise you to do the same. Chat with young fisherman. After what happened to Jenny, most of my friends are still reluctant to leave their homes at night. Well, I mean, why are you over here? I think that's a sign he wants us to leave. I can't blame him, really. Come on, then. Alright, we can follow this around. Not a bad thing to do. And head on out of here. Oh, what plant's this one gonna be? Wild carrot! Is that... Guess that's out here for a coastal cookout. Alright, so we know that wild carrots are good along the coast near the fishing village. We're at Hook's End again. We've got a mystery house out here. So it's probably going to be relevant to something or someone. So again, the door does look a little high off the ground. Maybe there'll be a step put there. Anything down here? Got a fancy bridge. And no. I do like how the water looks there, though. Like, really nice waves coming into shore. Oh. Can we go up here? Hey. You do have some speed lines there. I know a couple of people who've complained about that. Or, not speed lines, but there's motion blur when you sprint. Seems to have a bit of a mixed reception. Some people really like it. Other people not so much. I don't mind it, but I could see reasons to get rid of it. Particularly if it makes you motion sick. Here we are. Alright, looks like... Oh. Oh, hello. Looks like dandelions. What's the bush over here? Is it going to be blackberries or raspberries? Probably raspberries, given it's red. There we go. Alright, so we know this is a horse farm. Got a whole bunch of lovely horses over there. More dandelions in the field. That's fine. Alright, so we've got Mike Gibson here. Scenic rides. Ooh, that's cool. The short picturesque trail takes you across the coast of the mainland towards a small island hideaway in the shadow of the mountains. That's kind of fun. Oh, that's nice, because I wonder if it's just going to auto-run. I'm not going to do it right now. Sorry, we'll put that off for another stream, I think. Maybe over the weekend. But it's really nice that it says to return to Green Island Hold. You can travel with a group, theoretically. We'll be able to do groups later, so if you want to ride with friends. I really like that. That's really pulling in on what's just really enjoyable about having a horse and going for a ride, and especially going out for a ride in the wilderness or just on the trails. So I really like that. So this is Mike Gibson. Alex! Haven't seen you in ages. Hi, Mr. Gibson. I missed you and your horses. How have you been? I'm doing okay. Still reeling from poor Jenny's death, if I'm being honest. I'm just glad we put down the damn wolf that killed her. So I think... Oh, yeah, Jenny. Jenny Gibson. So this is her dad. Oh, bless him. Some people who come here have never seen a horse in their life. Can you imagine that? Alright, horse farm. So, what brings you here today? I was over at Samuel's, and he asked if I could deliver this to you. Ah, excellent. I've been waiting for it. Thank you for bringing it to me, Alex. Greatly appreciated. Could you give me a hand with the horses while I bring this inside? I'll make it worth your time. Sure, it would be my pleasure. Thank you, Alex. Please start by walking out the stables. Once done, it would be great if you could brush the horses and feed them. They all seem a bit agitated for some reason. Try giving them their favorite treats and see if that improves their mood. Leave it to me, Mr. Gibson. Any updates? Oh, we do. We got a general update. It was great seeing Samuel again. I've missed that gruff old man, but something seemed to be weighing him down. I've known him all my life, and I could tell something was wrong underneath that stern exterior. Ooh, someone was keeping something from us. Right, quests. So, yep, that hasn't changed. Alright. Are you going to stay here, or are you going to follow me? Eh, let's ride you over there. So if we just check the map a minute. Scenic ride. So that's the new symbol. They didn't have that before, but I really like that that's added now. So I think I will save doing that for tomorrow. And we'll see if there are any other scenic ride options as time goes on. Alright, looks like we got some Arabians over here. Or the in-progress model for them anyway. Alright, so again there, really depended on the angle you were looking at it with the camera in order to interact with that and pick it up. That's a little bit odd, but I'm going to guess it's a bit of a quirk. I'm going to feedback it though, because I think that's something important to take into account. Oh, we got a little bit of floor texture issues there, but that's alright. I'm sure they'll fix that in due time. Oh, grass growing through the concrete. Whoops. Alright, so cleaning the manure. And you can at least hear yourself using a shovel. You're not picking up with your bare hands, at least. Though I think, like, having the option to pick up the shovel to deal with that would be kind of nice. Alright, so next, calm the horses. Alright, so we got this lovely fellow. Alright, so it looks like grooming them. Oh, interesting. So, different grooming pose there. Calm, anxious horse. I wonder if that's being positioned weirdly. Because that animation is usually used up on the neck or the shoulder. So, let's see if I approach on this side. No, doesn't seem to make a difference. Little high, which I think probably reflects the fact that you have a warm blood that's a bit bit of a larger breed. So I imagine that that's going to change during early access. And now they're all in here, and they're no longer Arabians. Okay, you can definitely tell that these are placeholders. They don't have any manes. They don't have tails. And they've turned into Dutch warm blood. No markings at all. Whoops. Pick up carrot. Treat the horses that like carrots. Alright. That one does not want a carrot. Not a fan of carrots, are we? Alright, let's go for 2. Okay, carrots isn't doing it for you. Alright, I do like that there's different bits of text, but that one went a bit quickly. Here you go, boy. Your favorite treat. Pick an apple. And then we've got a celery stick and a sugar cube. Not a fan of apples either? Aren't you a picky eater? You like it? You like it, right? Aw. We found the apple guy. Let's see, do you like celery? Ah, we're all about the celery, are we? That means the last guy. Let's go like the sugar cube if I can pick it up. There we go. Ah, you wanted the sugar cube all along? Aren't you the sweet tooth? Tell Mike you're done. And let's give our pony a snack as well. But first, because I'm curious. Alright, so it's slowly dropping. We've done a bit of riding. We've done a lot of travel around. And that's dropped from 300 to 287. So it does go down a fair bit over time, but not anything too dramatic. So that's useful to know. Great job, Alex. You've always been a natural around horses. I hope you enjoyed spending some time with them today. Please stop by again soon. I could always use some extra hands around here. I'd ask my children, but they don't show much interest in the farm's future. Oh well. I'll be sure to do that. See you around, Mr. Gibson. Let's just check. Any new chat with Mike? Nope, nothing new. And now we're back to the main quest. Excuse me. Oh, he's coming under... Oh, okay. So, Alderwood Fishing Village. Reputation minnow. I see you, WoW reference. I see you. Misty is angry! Definitely a placeholder. Mike Gibson, alright. Definitely filler text. I'll come back over and update that in time. But so I might change the wording here while I'm reading it. We'll see. Mike Gibson. I've known Mike since I was a child. Actually, he was the one to sell Blaze to Mom. It was 15 years ago. His family took care of the horses for generations. They started with breeding them and selling out. But with time, the farm became smaller, and now Mike only gives horse riding tours over the island. I remember crazy stories that Mike's grandma was into some occult beliefs and never threw away the bodies of horses that died, but curved their skulls into occult stuff. So maybe carved, but carved their skulls into occult stuff. But I never dared to ask Mike if that was actually true. Horse. Artie, Mikey, Poppy, and Brittany. So I'm guessing that's those 4. Riding Club. Magic 4, of course. Owner and president of the club. November 14th birthday. Watching car racing sports. Okay. And Alderwood Farms. Is there anyone else added in here yet? Nope. Since we're here, let's just do a little write-up. Oh. Raspberries again. Do you love me a good berry? The sky is slowly changing with dawn, so that's really lovely to see. It's a little bit flickery, so hopefully that'll be smoothed out over time. Might be an Unreal Engine thing. We'll be along here eventually, but let's get up here and see the sunrise. Oh, that's lovely, that is. Look at that sky. I'm a sucker for a good skybox. I don't know about anyone else. Oh, that's cool. No, didn't want to do that. Oh, they neigh. I love that. So technically, you could sit here. Maybe the sitting here gives you a good view of the valley and stuff, but I feel like maybe having the bench to face the sunrise would be nice. Or the sunset. But, beggars can't be choosers. Just saw something glowing over here. Oh, we got a floating feather! And here is the lighthouse. Anything in here? There is actually stuff in here. And lighting. Which is quite different to out here. So I guess the buildings don't quite reflect inside what's going on outside. It's okay. That's really pretty. Alright. Enough being distracted. Wonder if there'll be an actual official race up or down from the lighthouse. Because that could be fun. In the very least, a player one would also be very fun. Oh. Gotta get the feather. Oh, another floating feather there. We won't stop there. Looks like it's more get the camera angle right and your horse angle right than anything else. So, just double checking before we cross. Yeah, looks like the only bridge to the same island with the lighthouse is there. And then we'll have to go down here to cross that bridge before we can go up there. Alright, good to know. So I'm wondering if, as time goes on, if you'll get more destinations you can teleport to. Or travel fast to. Because that feels like a... Like, kind of obvious that, especially if you're an MMO, it feels like something that you would do. Ooh, let's get the mushrooms. Yeah, no, doesn't like it. Won't go down the rocks. That's a shame. Oh, unless it wants to. And then you ride into a tree. So you can go across them, but you can't jump down from them. That's a bit of an interesting terrain thing. I'm wondering if that's deliberate or it's something that'll be addressed over time. It just feels like a shame that you can't kind of jump down from that. Like, it would force your horse to stop. Oh, hello. A greenhouse and a fancy house. Like, I should be able to ride right over this. I shouldn't have to stop or be stopped. Like, it's there. Like, just let me ride over it. Like, I'd understand for, like, a bigger rock. Like, here. Maybe. But... I thought I saw something there, but apparently not. Alright, so we've got a fancy house there with a greenhouse. Landor's farm. Oh, okay. Alright, we've got the bridge down there. Okay. Can I get down here? Doesn't look like it. That's a shame. Like, I can kind of understand why, but at the same time, that's really annoying. Like, that's going to interfere with exploring. So I'm probably going to ask a couple of questions about that in the official Discord and see what they say. But, like, that feels like an unnecessary interruption to writing, if that makes sense. Alright, there were mushrooms there, and they disappeared. Oh, over there. But, nah, we're not going to collect them. Ooh, carrot or different plant? Hey, we like carrots here. And now one nice thing is, if you're ever confused about where you need to go, press Q, and that will show you the way. That seems to think I need to go back that way. Interesting. And this is showing up as a dark orange. Like, if you look on the mini-map, this circle up here is a waypoint I made. So, can I get rid of it? Well, that seems dumb if I can't get rid of that. Okay, so you can move it, but you can't get rid of it. Not sure how I feel about that. Maybe that's something that'll be updated in time. But that shows on the map as a darker orange, whereas the main quest is yellow. So, wants us to take this little side path up here. Far be it from me to disobey the purple squiggly. Oh. Oh, that looks like a possible antler. Deer antler. You're Mr. Yor. Cross Industries. Okay. This looks like they're being served by the railway here. So I'm guessing that may be the mine as well. That would be interesting if it is. Oh no. Oh, you can see all the way through. So I bet you can actually ride through. Not seen any live trains. That would be interesting, but I think it's going to be much more fun to ride up there at some point. But we'll see. For right now, the sparkly pink fairy light wants me to follow it. But first, slightly differently shaped mushrooms. That did not want me to interact with it. Okay. Sulfur shelf mushroom. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder who's going to want these. Oh, that's cool. You can climb up and explore around here. We are not going to do that right now. So even though this path is marked out on the minimap, I like that it's a little more rugged here. It's not immediately obvious unless you know what you're looking for with the trail. And I think those of us who are familiar with games are probably going to pick up on it quite quickly. But it doesn't look completely out of place. It does look like it's been naturally worn in by people riding over a long period of time. So that's nice. Well, let's get that one then. Mountain area. We're now on the ridge road. I'm getting stuck on things. So we rode through here on that race. That's interesting to see. Where are we going? Ah, we are going there. Okay. Getting a little confused at this point. But I'm not as familiar with the map as I could be, and I'm sure that's gonna change over time. Alright. Ranger station! Hey! Alright, come on boys, stop walking into things. Alright, we got a pickup truck. Because of America. Got a boat. Okay. Let's dismount here. Cutscene time.
Hello?
Sorry. Didn't notice you coming in. Can I help you?
My name's Alex. I understand you worked with my mom briefly before she disappeared.
Oh, you're a Kendra's kid.
Yeah.
Don't know what to say except I'm sorry. I liked working with her. Fascinating woman.
Thanks. Is it okay if I look around? I'm hoping something will help me figure out what happened to her.
To be honest, the timing isn't great. I'm kind of dealing with this at the moment.
What happened to them?
I'm not sure yet. Rabies or mange? Haven't seen anything like this.
Damn, that's sad.
Yeah. Tell me about it. This island certainly keeps you on your toes.
Welcome to Alderwood. Weird is what we do here.
Guess I missed that in the brochure.
Regretting not reading the fine print?
I don't know. Wasn't expecting this.
Why not leave then?
Nah, I'm not a quitter. Or, maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment. Who knows?
So, what do you plan on doing about this?
So this is Kyle. He seems like a cutie. While we are trying to figure out, I need to go with the rabies version. And since I need to work quickly and I don't have a partner anymore, can you help me? Sure. What do I do? I've started placing bait with oral anti-rabies vaccine in the forest and covered pretty much everything except one small part. Go to the Timberwolf Pass, Cedar Creek Bend, Fox Grove, Maple Trails, and Owl Ridge Lookout. Place the bait in the feeders. Both herbivores and predators will easily find it there. Even if it's not rabies, it won't hurt to prevent cases. Got it. Okay. And it's also telling us to check Kendra's journal. Now, an interesting thing, which I think it's more something that needs to be fixed over time, is you could hear other people writing up during that cutscene. And a note was the cutscene didn't have subtitles. The subtitles thing, I know they've mentioned it is coming. Wasn't included in the early access launch. Don't know why. It might have been technical issues. It may just have been on the roadmap and it wasn't where they wanted it for the release. Well, either way, it is coming. There will be subtitles for the cutscenes, which is great. And you'll be able to hopefully turn them off and on in the menu settings, just like any other game. But yeah, the fact you could hear other people riding up and dismounting, like, while you were in that cutscene, probably needs to be addressed as well. But let's have a look at the journal. Page 1 of 12? What? Alright, let's look at her journal first before we do that one. Okay. To take Kendra's journal. You received your mother's journal. All the information in it has been added to your personal journal. It's a living document where you record clues, important events, and details about the people of Alderwood. Press J to open your journal. Interesting. So it's... Are we meant to have started looking at the journal before now or not? Should that maybe... Like, seeing the 12 pages, should that only actually happen after we get this message? That's something I'm probably going to leave some feedback in. It may just be a timing thing, but it doesn't hurt to just catch that during early access so it can be improved for the general flow of the game. Okay. Do these drawings and signs make any sense at all? What were you up to, Mom? Alright, page 2. See Samuel. Then page 3. Nothing. 4. 5. Okay, so from page 5. That changes over to Kendra's journal. If you have this journal in your possession, most likely something bad has happened. Ooh. So it looks like we got some code words here. What is this? So remember the part where this was a cozy horse game with a murder mystery and a missing mom? They didn't mention the occultist stuff. Interesting. So there's probably going to be ways to translate this as time goes on. I believe that some people, enterprising people in the Discord, have started figuring things out. So for anyone who does join the official Discord, if you don't want to see that, be very careful of the screenshots channel. You don't want to click on that early. There are some folks who didn't choose the spoiler option for images, which happens. It happens. Doesn't always pop up, or it's easily missed. But if you're wanting to figure out just through playing the game, like I'm probably going to do, just bear that in mind. Right, 912. Well, that's not code worded, so I wonder if they'll change that to match, but that's really cool. Horned leader, I think. Oh. Well, this certainly looks a little bit like what's going on with the animals. Right, compendium. Alright, so our new friend isn't in here yet, but the quest... So, yep, no, still just telling us to go visit the new park ranger. And that is Kyle over here. So chat with Kyle. Honestly, I hate killing animals, but sometimes it's the only way to keep the forest safe, and someone has to do it. Alright, there's my good boy. That's right on. Alright, so we've got the multiple spots to ride on through. So those two are close together, and these two are close together. So I figure probably go here first, there second. Although you'll probably hit that first, depending on if you're following the trail. I think looking at the time for me, I've already been streaming for quite a while. I'm actually going to call it there. Oh, while running into the truck. I'm going to put a pause on my progress for here. And, because I think this is a good stopping point after how long we've been playing. So, thank you for joining me on this exploration of Equinox Homecoming. This is day 2 of early access. And tomorrow, I will come again. I think probably I'll do a stream around 4 p.m. GMT. Between 4 and 5, that'll be the start time. A little bit earlier than this one. Or British summertime, I should say, really. And we'll go from there. But thank you to any lurkers who've been coming by to check out the stream. For anyone who just stopped briefly and left, your time was appreciated. If people have any feedback, I more than welcome it. If there's anything in particular you really want to see, or if you've got questions you'd like some information about in regards to the game, I am only a player. I'm not a dev team member. I had the pleasure of being a playtester prior to early access, but that's about it. But I'd be happy to investigate anything, ask any questions, find out the information, and share that back. So thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you have a lovely evening.